Welcome to this tutorial on nonparametric tests. In the world of statistics, we often hear about the bell curve and normal distributions. But what happens when real-world data doesn't follow those perfect rules? That is where nonparametric tests come in. In this video, we will explore these distribution-free methods, understand why they are crucial, and learn exactly when to use them instead of the standard tests you might already know. So, what exactly are nonparametric tests? Simply put, they are statistical methods that do not assume your data follows a specific shape, like the normal distribution. This is why they are often called distribution-free tests. While parametric tests rely on the mean and assume a bell curve, nonparametric tests focus on the median and ranks. They are flexible tools designed for messy, real-world data. You might be wondering, when should I actually use these tests? There are three main scenarios. First, when your data is not normal, meaning it is skewed or has outliers that skew the mean. Second, when you have a very small sample size, typically under 30, where it is unsafe to assume normality. And third, when you are working with ordinal data, like star ratings or surveys, where the difference between first and second place isn't necessarily the same as between second and third. Let's compare them side by side. Parametric tests assume a normal distribution and use the mean, while nonparametric tests make no assumptions and use the median. While parametric tests are more powerful, meaning they are better at detecting effects. If the assumptions are met, they are very sensitive to outliers. Nonparametric tests are robust. A single extreme value won't ruin your analysis, making them safer for irregular data. Now let's look at specific tests. First up is the Mann-Whitney U Test. This is the nonparametric alternative to the independent samples t-test. You use this when you want to compare two separate groups, like a treatment group and a control group, but your data isn't normal. Instead of comparing average scores, it ranks all the scores from lowest to highest and checks if one group tends to have higher ranks than the other. Next, we have the Wilcoxon signed rank test. This is the alternative to the paired t-test. You would use this for related samples, such as a before and after study on the same subjects. It looks at the differences between the pairs, ranks those differences, and determines if the change is statistically significant without needing the differences to be normally distributed. What if you have more than two groups? That is where the Kruskal-Wallis H Test comes in. It is the nonparametric version of the one-way ANOVA. Whether you are comparing 3 distinct diets or 4 different teaching methods, if your data is skewed, this test ranks all the data points across all groups to see if they originate from the same distribution. For correlations, we have Spearman's rank correlation, denoted by the Greek letter rho. While Pearson's correlation checks for a straight, linear line, Spearman's checks for a monotonic relationship. This means it checks if one variable increases as the other increases, even if the line is curved. It is perfect for ranked data, like comparing class rank versus income rank. Sometimes your data isn't numbers at all, but categories. The chi-square test of independence helps you see if two categorical variables are related. For example, is there a relationship between gender and voting preference? It compares the observed counts in your data to what we would expect to see if the two variables were completely unrelated. To wrap up, here is a quick cheat sheet for choosing the right test. If you would normally use an independent t-test but your data is skewed, use Mann-Whitney. For a paired t-test alternative, use Wilcoxon. Swap ANOVA for Kruskal-Wallis and use Spearman instead of Pearson for correlations. Keeping this conversion chart in mind will ensure you always pick the statistically valid method for your data.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.